Hello and welcome to this new to yoga series here on YouTube. Now, today is a very special day because we are starting to put things together. We are going to weave things into practice. So, we're going to go through and go over a sun salutation, also known as Surya Namaskar A, which basically translates to saluting the sun. Now, this sun salutation was designed for sunrise, to open the body, to awaken it, to mobilize it, to energize it. So that's what we will be working with. And I'm going to break it down a lot because you will often find that this sequence is in a lot of flow classes and in a lot of vinyasa classes. So it'll be really good for you to familiarize yourself with the flow and with the vocabulary. Because what we repeat, we strengthen. Now, I'm also going to be sprinkling in a little bit of Sanskrit, which is the classical language of India, where yoga has been derived from. So, without further ado, let's come to a seat. Just find a comfortable position where we can begin this beautiful process of arriving. Now, this practice today, we're going to turn towards the breath and this very simple yet absolutely profound technique of following the breath. So in many different yoga teachings and philosophies, they talk about having this anchor, this reference point. And this point, this anchor, is something that your mind can return to over and over and over again throughout the duration of your practice. And the most accessible anchor is the breath. So that is what we are going to turn to. We're going to turn towards the breath. So in your seated position, just go ahead and sit up nice and tall. You can give yourself a little bit of a wiggle, a shift, a shuffle. Sort the hair out, fix the waistband. And then let's just start to ground the hands down. If it's all right with you, soften your eyelids close. And start to bring your attention onto your breath. So let's just take a slow breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out from the nose. So it's really steady. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. From the nostrils, exhale. Now see if you can almost start to initiate this nasal breathing, but as if it has a little bit more texture to it. So you can imagine that you're almost trying to fog up a mirror with that exhalation through the nose. So again, breathe in, nostrils. Fog that mirror, exhale from the nose. So there is a slight constriction through the back of the throat. Let's go for one more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale from the nose. Now let's start to stay connected to the breath, but also invite in a little bit of movement. So just flutter your eyes back open. Shift yourself forwards and meet me in all fours position, a tabletop pose. So imagine what a table looks like and then stack yourself like so. So you're going to gather your hands under your shoulder blades and your knees under your hips. So straight away we've got this structural alignment and support. Now you're going to spread your fingertips and then it's going to feel a little counterintuitive, but drop the belly down. Tilt your tailbone up and then start to take your gaze, your eye line towards your roof. And I want us to make this really specific. So just imagine that I'm going to place an egg in between your shoulders. I'm really trying to simplify this and not complicate it, so just stay with me. Place a little egg in between the shoulders and try to crack that egg in. And notice how with that action, you pinch the shoulder blades closer in. Now breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you're going to round your back in the opposite direction. So your chin comes in, look at your kneecaps, and squeeze your bum muscles. Good, let's do that again. So inhale, lift your chest, cow pose, a nice happy cow. As you exhale, round into your back. Yeah, there we go. Let's take one more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now straighten out your back. From here, I'm going to ask that you walk your hands slightly forwards. Keep them spread. So we have a tendency to kind of like close the hands up. Really put some emphasis on spreading your hands as if they're your claws. And then push through the pads of the fingers so you can almost start to feel this grippy action there. The knuckles start to lift. Now with that, curl your toes under, lift the knees off your mat, and then push your hips back. All right, downward facing dog. We come to this position over and over and over again, so let's set it up well. Something that, again, I notice a lot of is this kind of like rounding through the back, if your shoulder blades are tight. So what I'm going to ask of you is that you bend your knees here and then you push your hands into the ground and then notice how the chest can move further back towards your thighs. So we're trying to create a long spine here. So focus on lengthening your back rather than prioritizing the hamstrings. So bend the knees. There's no shame in that game. Now from here, you're going to take a glance forwards at your hands. Tiptoe your feet forward. So easy does it. Keep the knees deeply bent. Eventually, we're going to crawl ourselves all the way to the top of the mat. And we're going to meet in a ragdoll pose. And this pose kind of is what it is on the tin, what it says on the tin. So bend the knees, drop your head, and then grab hold of your elbow. So opposite hand to opposite elbow. And then just give your upper body a little bit of a sway. It's a nice way to release any tightness and tension through the back of your body. That back line. Okay, now just allow that movement to simmer into stillness. So stop. Relax your arms down and then tuck your chin in and roll yourself all the way up to stand. Take your time. Okay, we're going to stand tall, mountain pose, Tadasana. So bring your arms by your sides and turn your palms forwards. And then let's start from the ground up. So pick up all 10 toes, spread them, and then reconnect them into the ground. You can rock your weight forwards, backwards, side to side, so you access all 4 corners of the feet. And then with that grounded energy pushing you down, feel your kneecaps start to lift. And then feel your thighs switch on, turn on. And then see if you can really hug, or rather squeeze your bum muscles in, your glute muscles. I can't believe I'm squeezing my bum as I say that. You can do that too to make sure your butt cheeks are turned on. And now you engage your belly, so you lift up. Find that the crown of the head is rising up, so you've got this proud stance from the get-go. Now let's just come back to the breath here. So inhale through the nose. From the nose, exhale. All right, Sun Salutation A. You're going to reach your arms all the way up. Bring your hands into a prayer position. Look up. And then fold yourself forward. So you're going to hinge from your hips. You can bend into your knees. What I want you to focus on is straightening your spine as you fold. So it's like your chest is projecting forwards. Again, the knees can bend. You fold into yourself. Uttanasana, forward fold. So let your head be heavy. Don't look at the toes, look towards the knees. Now move into halfway lift. Your hands can come to your shins here, and you can use that connection to push your chest further away. Imagine your back is like an ironing board right now. It's super long and strong. Breathe in. As you breathe out, hands are going to come to ground. You're going to step yourself into a high plank. You've probably done this before in a gym class, but let's approach it a little different so you really kind of feel into every cell of the shape. Squeeze through your inner seams of the legs. You can find a slight tilt of the tailbone. That's going to help engage the lower belly. Spread your shoulders, so protract the shoulders. Continue to grip the ground. And then just shift yourself slightly forwards. We're going to drop the knees today. So lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Keep your pelvis tucked under. Again, you're engaging your core. And then you're going to bend your forearms and lower. So your belly, your chest, your chin comes down. Now this requires not only effort, but ease as well. So we're approaching the practice with fluidity. Get out any rigidity. Push through the backs of your feet. Press through your pubic bone. Again, squeeze the bum muscles and then start to lift up your chest. So we'll come into this baby cobra. If you do want to take it a little higher, start to press the hands down. King cobra maybe, but please just notice if the shoulders are kind of like this, compressed towards the ears. Roll them back and down. Breathe in. As you breathe out, curl the toes under, push yourself into downward facing dog. And you might kind of need to just reassess your down dog. The hands are shoulder distance apart, feet are hips distance apart. Your knees are bent, and you can push your chest towards your thighs. So let's just move through that simple sequence with the breath. Look forwards, breathe in. Step the right foot forwards and then the left foot forwards. Breathe out. Now take your spine into halfway lift. So hands again can come to the shins. Lengthen the back, engage your belly. Exhale, bend the knees and fold over your legs. Push through your feet. Reach your arms all the way up. So you're taking up space. Lift up, look up, hands to prayer position. Exhale, forward fold. Hands can come through your heart center. You dive forwards. The knees can always be bent. Fold, 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 fold. Halfway lift again. Ardha Uttanasana. So Ardha in yoga means half. So you're lifting halfway. Exhale into your high plank. Really try and firm and fire up your entire body. Shift yourself forwards, breathe in. Drop your knees, keep the tailbone tucked under. Release the toes. Exhale, belly, chest, chin, all the way to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Maybe it's a baby one, maybe it's a little higher. Make sure the shoulders are coming down. Breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Let's just go for one more round. You look forwards, inhale. Step the left foot and then the right foot forwards. Exhale. Breathe in to halfway lift. Breathe out and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach your arms up. Look up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, high plank. Shift yourself forwards, breathe in. Lower knees, chest, chin, breathe out. Inhale, lift the chin and the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now drop to your knees. Sit your hips to your heels. And then you're going to push your hips all the way back. We're going to come into a child's pose. So you might want to keep your knees together, or just have a little play with bringing your knees as wide as the mat. And then walk your hands forward. This is a really nice way to bring in some space into the hips and the spine. And then you can drop your head down. This is also a home base during your practice. So if at any point you need to just stop, drop, take a little chill pill, then you come here, you come back down to ground. Now let's take a grounding breath in. From the nose, breathe out. And then start to walk your hands in. Now let's come into a seat. Comfortable seat. I just sat on your shins, and let's bring the hands to prayer position. Bow your chin in as a signal, as an honor, in gratitude for the fact that you have stepped in. And just know that this is a lifelong practice, and this is the very start of a very powerful journey. It's an honor to be on it with you. Be well, be safe, be kind, and I shall see you all the time. Thank you, friend.